Mesopotamia was an ancient civilization often regarded as one of the earliest cradles of human society. This region, rich in history and culture, laid the foundation for many aspects of modern civilization. From the development of writing to the establishment of complex societies, Mesopotamia's contributions are immeasurable. It was located in the Middle East, in the area that is now modern-day Iraq, Kuwait, and parts of Syria, Turkey, and Iran. This strategic location made it a melting pot of cultures and ideas, influencing and being influenced by neighboring regions. The region is called the Fertile Crescent, a term that highlights its lush and productive land. This crescent-shaped area was incredibly fertile, making it an ideal place for early human settlements to thrive. The abundance of natural resources supported the growth of agriculture and the establishment of permanent communities. This area was between two rivers, the Tigris and Euphrates. These rivers were the lifeblood of Mesopotamia, providing water for drinking, irrigation, and transportation. The annual flooding of these rivers deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the land, creating some of the most fertile soil in the ancient world. These rivers provided fertile land for farming, which was crucial for the sustenance of the growing population. The Mesopotamians developed advanced irrigation techniques to control the flow of water, ensuring that their crops received the necessary hydration even during dry periods. The land was great for growing crops such as barley, wheat, and dates. These staple crops formed the basis of the Mesopotamian diet and economy. The surplus of food allowed for population growth and the development of specialized professions beyond agriculture. This abundance of food led to the growth of villages, which eventually evolved into complex urban centers. These early villages were the precursors to the great cities of Mesopotamia, where people began to live in larger, more organized communities. These villages became the first cities in Mesopotamia, such as Uruk, Ur, and Babylon. These cities were not only centers of population, but also hubs of culture, politics, and trade. They featured impressive architectural achievements, including ziggurats, temples, and palaces. This is why Mesopotamia is often called the cradle of civilization. It was here that many of the fundamental aspects of human society were first developed, including writing, law, and urban planning. The innovations and ideas that emerged from Mesopotamia had a profound impact on the course of human history. The rivers were also important for transportation, facilitating trade and communication between different regions. The Mesopotamians built boats to navigate these waterways, allowing them to transport goods and people efficiently. People used boats to trade goods such as grain, textiles, and pottery. This trade network connected Mesopotamia with distant lands, fostering economic prosperity and cultural exchange. Markets along the rivers became bustling centers of commerce. This trade helped to spread ideas and culture throughout Mesopotamia. The exchange of goods was accompanied by the exchange of knowledge, beliefs, and technologies, enriching Mesopotamian society and contributing to its dynamic and diverse culture. The rivers were essential to the development of Mesopotamian civilization. They provided the resources needed for agriculture, supported the growth of cities, and enabled trade and communication. Without the Tigris and Euphrates, the remarkable achievements of Mesopotamia would not have been possible. One of the earliest civilizations in Mesopotamia was Sumer. Sumerians built impressive cities like Ur, Uruk, and Kish. Each city-state was independent. They had their own rulers and governments. Sumerian kings were powerful figures. They led armies and made laws. One famous king was Gilgamesh. He was the legendary king of Uruk. His stories are told in the Epic of Gilgamesh. This is one of the oldest surviving works of literature. Over time, city-states began to fight for control. Sargon the Great, a powerful ruler, emerged. He conquered the Sumerian city-states. He created the Akkadian Empire, the first Mesopotamian empire. Later, another great empire arose, Babylon. Babylon became the most powerful city in Mesopotamia. King Hammurabi of Babylon created a famous law code. The Assyrians were a fierce and warlike people. They were skilled warriors and used iron weapons. They conquered a large empire. The Assyrian Empire was known for its military power. They had a strong and well-organized army. The Assyrians also developed a system of roads. These roads helped them to move their armies quickly. However, their empire eventually crumbled due to internal rebellions and outside pressures. Section 5. Cuneiform, the gift of writing. The Sumerians developed a writing system called cuneiform. It was the first known writing system in the world. Cuneiform used wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets. They used cuneiform to record many things. They wrote about their laws, myths, and daily lives. Cuneiform allowed the Mesopotamians to preserve their history. It was a major achievement. Section 6. Laws and Order, the Code of Hammurabi. King Hammurabi of Babylon, who reigned from 1792 to 1750 BCE, created a famous set of laws that have echoed through history. His reign marked a significant period in ancient Mesopotamian history, and his contributions to law and order are still studied today. This law code, known as the Code of Hammurabi, is one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world. It provides a fascinating glimpse into the values and social structure of ancient Babylon. The Code of Hammurabi consists of 282 laws, meticulously inscribed on a large stone stele. These laws were written in cuneiform script, the writing system of ancient Mesopotamia. These laws covered a wide range of aspects of daily life. They included family matters such as marriage, divorce, and inheritance, business dealings like contracts and trade, and criminal laws addressing theft, assault, and other offenses. The code was inscribed on a stone pillar known as a stele, which stood over 7 feet tall. This impressive monument was meant to be a permanent record of the laws. It was placed in a public place for all to see, ensuring that everyone in the kingdom was aware of the laws and the consequences of breaking them. This transparency was revolutionary for its time. The Code of Hammurabi was one of the first attempts to create a written legal system, setting a precedent for future civilizations. It established the principle that the law was a public matter and that justice should be administered according to written rules. The influence of the Code of Hammurabi extended far beyond Babylon. It had a great impact on later civilizations, including the Greeks and Romans, and its principles can still be seen in modern legal systems around the world. The legacy of Hammurabi's code is a testament to the enduring power of law and order in human society. Section 7. Reaching for the Heavens, Mesopotamian Architecture. The Mesopotamians were skilled builders. They built massive structures, including ziggurats. Ziggurats were huge stepped pyramids. They were topped with temples. These ziggurats were religious centers. People would climb to the top to worship their gods. Ziggurats were a dominant feature of the Mesopotamian landscape. Section 8. Gods and Goddesses, Mesopotamian Mythology. Mesopotamians believed in many gods and goddesses. They were polytheistic. Each god had a different role. They controlled different aspects of nature and human life. Important gods included Anu, the god of the sky. Enlil was the god of air and storms. Inanna was the goddess of love and war. These gods and goddesses played important roles in Mesopotamian myths and legends. Section 9. The enduring legacy of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, the land between two rivers, was truly a cradle of civilization. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, this ancient region gave birth to some of the earliest human societies. The Fertile Crescent, as it is often called, provided the perfect environment for agriculture to flourish, leading to the rise of cities and complex societies. Its innovations in writing, law, architecture, and governance shaped the ancient world. The invention of cuneiform writing allowed for the recording of history, transactions, and stories, marking the beginning of written history. Ziggurats, the towering temple complexes, showcased their architectural prowess and religious devotion. Mesopotamian legal codes, like the Code of Hammurabi, laid the foundation for modern legal systems. Though the empires of Mesopotamia have long since faded, their legacy lives on. The ruins of their cities, the remnants of their art, and the echoes of their innovations continue to be studied and admired. These ancient sites, bathed in the golden light of sunset, remind us of a time when human civilization was just beginning to take shape. Their inventions, like the wheel and the concept of timekeeping, are still used today. The wheel revolutionized transportation and machinery, while their early methods of tracking time laid the groundwork for our modern calendars and clocks. These innovations were not just technological advancements, they were leaps in human thought and understanding. The stories of Gilgamesh and the laws of Hammurabi continue to intrigue and inspire us. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known pieces of literature, explores themes of heroism, friendship, and the quest for immortality. Meanwhile, Hammurabi's Code, with its detailed laws and justice system, offers a glimpse into the values and societal structure of ancient Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia reminds us of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the lasting impact of civilization. As we walk through museum halls filled with Mesopotamian artifacts or gaze upon the detailed cuneiform inscriptions, we are reminded of the creativity and intelligence of our ancestors. The panoramic views of ancient city ruins transport us back in time, allowing us to imagine the bustling life that once thrived there. The legacy of Mesopotamia is a testament to the enduring spirit of human innovation and the profound influence of early civilizations on our modern world.